As soon as we go life gets up from his camera.
It's the newest mystery. You guys got to go find life.
Yeah.
What clues do we have?
Well, he was just here. He had to go get stuff out of the car, I think.
I had to go grab the monitor for my son's computer.
Honk, honk, honk. There was a honk outside. He comes in, just arms full of groceries. Mystery solved. He's a one tripper.
I was gonna say, got to do it in one trip though. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, let's get all of our
Excellent.
smiles and laughs out now.
Yeah, legit.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to the second session of the Murkmire Unveiling the Shadows. This is an early 1900s-esque themed, not exactly, but flavored as horror mystery campaign set in the swamplands of New Mestria in our homebrew world of Konu.
And for the person doing the captions, eat shit.
Yeah.
Type that up.
We are the Mortal Woes. We are an inclusive TTRPG community, and we strive to inspire all to learn, create, and play. As always, before we get started, just want to give props to all the artists on artlist.io that I get my music from for all my sessions and sound effects. Hopefully we'll be able to get to play some of those later in the session today. And thanks everyone for being here. Thanks chat for joining, being here as well. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and go around the table again. Let's introduce ourselves and tell everyone who we're going to be playing this evening. I will start us off. I am Spio, and I will be your dungeon master. And as always, not to toot my own horn, but oh yeah. That's definitely what they're saying. I know it.
Yeah. Everybody's getting hype.
We need to get you a little horn. So you can be like, not to toot my own horn, but
yeah, perfect. Train whistle.
Yes.
Lanice. Yeah.
All right, you want to go in order of left to right our character portraits again, like we did last time?
You guys, that's free for all. I don't care.
Everybody talk at once. 3, 2,
Yep.
1. All right, one.
How was I the one who didn't know words all of a sudden?
Well, anyways, for those of you who don't know me by now, I'm Life. I'll be playing Victor Whitefeather today. A very mysterious and shadowy figure.
And your player card just happened to pop up on the screen. Perfect timing. Welcome.
All right, guys. So my name's Gear, and I am going to be playing Rowan, a surgeon, apothecary, who is a little bit paranoid.
He's a little bit paranoid, guys. Go on, give him a hand.
That's not
Yes.
I see people. I don't know what order we're going in.
You're next.
Whatever feels right.
Oh. Well, I'm multi-class Ted. I'll be playing Marlon Bishop, a bard, tender, and just a really nice. He's just a nice guy.
Give it up for the nice guy.
All right.
Aw,
yeah.
This is a swell fella.
All right. My name is Brett, and tonight I will be playing Harrison Softstep again, our retired investigator that is somehow the oldest person in the group, while I am actually the youngest.
He's somehow old. Give him one, guys.
He's somehow old.
All right, and I am Mercy from Here There Be Monsters. I will be reprising my role as Honores today. He is a what's 5th edition call him again? Grung. I'm a frog guy, and Honores is he's a cool customer. He's a gambler and you know, kind of an information collector and just all around kind of a cool cat.
Give it up for the cool cat that's a frog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been practicing.
Yeah. The voice is cool on the.
When the moon hits your eye like a big
has
pizza
my
pie.
bell.
That's a Norris.
That's a no.
How had I not thought of that before? I feel like I need to record that. But I have to slow the tempo by like 50%, right? Because it's because it's not a Norris. It's
When the
Norris.
When the moon hits your eye, run. Run.
It's a Norris. Ah.
I'm totally writing that down. It's just gonna randomly be in my notes file, and later I'm gonna be like, "What is this?" But
what does this even mean? What was? Where was I?
Is this some type of secret clue?
Yeah. Did I black out? Aww. And we got a guest star. We got a guest star.
Go. Get on.
All right, I'm very excited to play again tonight, guys.
I am too. I'm excited about our little guest star. I met our guest star there, and I asked her what her favorite animal was, and she told me it was a dragon. And I was like, oh, so are you friends with the dragon? Like, what, you know? She's like, no, enemies. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, what kind of enemies? Like, you don't like each other? She's like, no, we fight.
We need to get a child's game going, Ethan.
Ah, the kids game. Yes, yes. We've had them before.
Oh.
One of my favorite things to do, by the way, for anybody who I love helping getting kids into D&D too. So we have those safe spaces, but that's not tonight's game, is it?
No, it's
tonight's going to be horrifying. We're going to get scared.
Yeah.
Every one of us. We're all going to get so scared.
Well then, let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we?
Let's.
Last session.
Tonight's episode.
We started off with Marlin and a recurring dream. Or should we say a nightmare that he seems to slip into often. This time possibly finding more answers. Victor found his way uptown, getting leads for the group for the next possible investigation or job to fulfill to earn the keep for the bar. Honores had a pretty messy poker game, but coming out on top with a nice little fat prize. And Rowan and Harrison meeting each other in the streets on the way back to Bishop Square, Marlin's speakeasy in the middle of town, middle of Vinewood. So, amongst the rolling storm that came in, the power went out during the poker game, and Dargathor was found dead on the table after the lights went out, and the sound of a gunshot
think he meant to say he bespoiled my winnings.
Spoiled. It's the blood-soaked poker chips. Honores goes to turn them in over at the bar. Hands them to Bishop. Harrison saw a figure running up, heading north along Moonlight Boulevard. Rowan interprets a symbol from Marlon's dream that he had written down on a cloth, like a napkin, and the two leads of the missing informant and Oscar the Mouth. So, we're going to go ahead and start back in Bishop Square with the quiet room and Dargathor's body still hunched over the poker table. And yes, I believe last session you saw Honores kind of lifts the body up a little bit, scoops all of the chips out, and there's about $500 worth. I'll say just kind of sitting around, you guys will notice, about 10 or 15 minutes go by, whispers in every corner of the bar, trying to figure out who did what. And you no longer hear the rolling thunder from outside. It seems the storm has passed. What would you like to do as a crime scene lays in the middle of your speakeasy?
Well, I think I'll be the first one to try something. I am going to walk into the middle of the room. I'm going to take out a little notebook. And I'm going to start writing down a lot. I'm going to start writing down the names of everyone I know, everyone that's in the room right now. I'm going to write down everything that I've seen, including the person that ran away, and I'm just going to be frantically writing everything down in my little notebook with my lovely little pencil. That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. With your history and years of experience, I'm going to say that, you're calm, collective, you've seen this many times, and you go ahead and write down all the information that you've recalled up to this point, which is the figure running around the corner with the slight glimpse of like this long trench coat and this devilish tail coming out the back during the flash of lightning. The street name, which was the Moonlight Boulevard heading north, you jot down like the exact details of the blood, the direction of the exit wound, from Dargathor's head, and anybody that you can immediately see, in the area. And you guys do start hearing whispers. Oh. Should someone call the authorities? Who is this guy? And they're just gesturing towards Harrison.
I think I go close the doors. Both doors are ajar. Sorry, won't be able to leave right this minute until we get a few things sorted out. And I'll kind of try to block the
What few
area
things?
off where he is, and
You're gonna make us stay in here after someone was just murdered? We want to leave.
No, everyone. I understand that you all want to leave. This is obviously a very distressing situation. Nobody wanted any of this, I presume. But I'd like to maybe ask everyone a few questions to get to know what everyone saw, what everyone heard. Maybe we can help each other find out what happened and who did something like this.
Who's the guy with the ears? Why should we listen to him?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. My name is Harrison. I'm an ex-detective. I just started again. It's been a bit of a while since I did something like this, but I am very excited to get back into it. Not that that means that I like this sort of stuff.
Hear that,
but I'm
guys?
just very excited to start again.
He's an ex-detective.
He's a friend. He's a friend. He's just going to ask some questions, see if we can get to the bottom of this, make sure that everyone is safe inside my bar.
Yeah, whatever you say, Marlon.
And then I'll go towards. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, while that's happening, like while everyone's kind of focused on Harrison and whatnot, I'm just gonna start kind of making my way around, like schmoozing a little bit. Like start with people that I know, like Luis and maybe one or two other people at the bar, and then like just kind of make my way around, get somebody's glass topped up, like light up the end of somebody's cigar and kind of lean in with them. But specifically, I want to look for if there's anybody who does not look, like shaken or upset, and like kind of like make my way towards that person, just kind of quietly in the background.
While he's doing that, I want to signal Rowan to come over to me real quick.
I'm not in the gym. I'm not out there.
You're not inside with us?
I'm inside. When you look, Rowan's not out in the bar area.
So you
Alright,
look around
okay.
for Rowan and she's gone.
Rowan's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, Rowan's not out there.
Marlon, we should get this cleaned up. This isn't good for business.
Yeah, I'm about to make a call. I
think if I just stitched up Victor's hand, right? I grabbed a napkin. Victor, you saw me like freak out kind of a little bit, and then I darted into the back where like you kept the supply, like the medical supplies and all that. That's kind of, and then just closed the door, like kind of quickly, slammed it a little even. And so that's. Yeah.
Let me know if you need help getting this cleaned up. I'll go check on Rowan.
As you head into the back, Nora, so you scan the room, looking around, and you do notice someone sitting at the bar. It's like a simple button-up shirt. What are those things? The flat caps. He's just got a huge cigar and a single glass with 2 ice cubes in it. Kind of stirs it around. And pushes it out in front of him a little bit and just kind of casually staring at the other side of the bar and just smoking a cigar.
I think to start with, like I said, I'm kind of doing this almost surreptitiously while everyone else is like focused on the center of the room, but just kind of make my way over there and, like kind of kick back, lean against the bar, like bars in my back, like elbows up on the bar, kind of lean back, take a nice long drag of my own cigar. And I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on the kind of shop assistant guy's name, but
Bobo.
Bobo, there we go.
Yeah, you would know that that's Marlon's uncle.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Do we have
and then just kind of, if the guy doesn't react for a moment or two, then just kind of throw my head over my shoulder and just be like, sorry. Bobo, I'll take 2 shots of whatever your newest bottle is.
Coming right up, Norris. got something for that. Regardless, he reaches behind the counter, and you see him, like, reach up for one of the upper shelves. Opens the cork. Begins filling up 2 glasses. Did you want any ice?
You said the guy next to me had ice, yeah?
Yes.
On the rocks.
Splashes 2 freshly cut cubes and slides you the glasses. And you see him, like, he still, like, he just set the bell, like, there on the counter, and he, like, you see him as he lays the glasses up, he pulls the bell back behind the counter, so you can't take it.
You're no fun, Bobo. Then just I'm just gonna kind of like take a little sip to it, and then try and catch the guy next to me's eye. Yeah, because I specifically said I wanted whatever the newest bottle was, and then just be like, "Here's the new experience." Just kind of like raise my eyebrow at him, kind of like try and get his attention, just kind of implying like, you're like, this is weird, like this is new, like let's have a drink, like.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Yeah, to see if he believes that this
First
is
roll of the
as
evening.
calm as you're being in literal blood money in your pocket, that this is the first time you've ever had somebody died and then you profited from it at a poker table.
Right.
Hey, who knows? Maybe he's just really chill like that.
Wow, his head is gone. He really blew his top, didn't he?
18. Nice. I wouldn't really say it's a new experience, but if you're offering a drink, I'll definitely take it.
To new experiences and new friends, then. I'll just kind of like, wave my hand back at Bobo.
He downs his current drink, shoves it across the bar, and picks up the new one and takes a drink. Say, where are you from anyway? Haven't seen very many frogs. Is that what they call you?
That's close enough. I'm from everywhere and nowhere, I suppose. I grew up in the swamp and found my way here. What about you? Where are you from that this sort of thing isn't new?
I grew up in the South Burbs, right here in Vinewood.
And that's here, right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, here, I'll post the maps.
Yeah, you check the maps. You can add pages, guys, to the evidence and suspects and stuff as well.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't remember how to get to it.
So, for your maps,
Front page, you can click
In the top right, there's a thing called a journal. Just looks like a little book icon, and it should be under the maps folder now. You should have access to it to where you can pull those up at any time. And one of them is just the maps with like locations that you would be familiar with, and then oops, that's not yours. That's my map. And then the next one is just the street names. So just be able to find your way or know where you're at generally.
Sorry, how exactly did we do that again? I still look for it a little.
So in the top right, there's a list of tabs that run horizontal for you, and one should look like a book. And if you hover it with your mouse, it'll say journal. And then it should be under anything that you have access to. You should be able to see the folder to be able to open and look at it.
Yes, I see it now.
So yeah, if you look at notes, you can add a page there. Can you guys see where it says Gears notes in there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. So that way you can, things that you want to share, I guess, between all of us.
Or on the landing page at home, you can click the word notes, and it opens it for you.
All right. Nice.
And then I'll pass the mic back to other folks here in a second, and then we can wrap that up later. But to kind of leave off with him, so I asked him where he's from, where this is normal, and he was like, here.
Yes. Grew up down near Steel Row. Been there all my life. When I make a few bucks, I come up here to Bishop Square and let off a little steam.
I'm surprised we haven't met yet, then. I'm no stranger to Bishop Square.
I try not to stand out. What's the old saying? Nail that sticks out?
Gets the hint.
That's the one.
Fair enough. And then before I pass it off, just like, do I get any kind of perception? Like, is he uneasy? Does he look like he's kind of, does he look flighty? Like, what's the vibe I'm getting from him?
I would say, it definitely does seem a little awkward that, someone was just murdered in front of everyone, and he just seems pretty chill about it. But I would say Honores would be also familiar that it could very possibly just be because it is such a normal thing. Like, people get killed here all the time.
Right.
It's essentially the Wild West here in the swamps, especially, well, not especially, but yeah, just this area is not very heavily policed, and that most of the police forces, if not half of them, are corrupt, and half of them are trying to do good, and the other half are already in the pockets of the local gangs. So
right. Okay, I'll just try and kind of like surreptitiously position myself like on kind of the side of the bar or the nearest stool or whatever that's like between him and the door, just in case he did try and make a run for it. And then just kind of try and like make small talk with him and just kind of keep him busy while Harrison and co are kind of investigating around.
Before we change over, go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Hey.
23. With the 23, I'll say that he seems to be hiding it very well, but you do notice that on occasion when he thinks no one's looking, he's definitely like scouting out, looking for the same that you're trying to look in him for other people. Like he's trying to find little nuances, little things he's trying to pick up on reading people as he's looking at the bar. Like you'll notice he like looks up into the mirror that's there in the bar behind the like main level bottles, and just trying to like scope out other people throughout the room without noticing. And as Honore slides over, I believe Harrison, you like look around and Rowan's gone, right?
Yes, I am still not quite sure where he is. Besides that, I'm guessing that Louise, Daryl, and well, obviously Bobo is still here. Is who else is here right now?
As you scan the room, you do notice, although you're not 100% familiar with their names, you do see a few just Joe Schmoes coming to relax for a bit. You do notice that there are a couple of like some of the known gang members from both the Reapers and the Good Boys factions hanging out in different booths. And there are, you see them both eyeing each other, like both groups are eyeing back and forth, assuming that one or the other was responsible for it. Just waiting for something to happen.
Okay. Well, while they are eyeing each other, I will walk over to Daryl, the one that was dealing the poker cards and the chips. And I'd like to maybe ask him some questions.
Yeah, you walk up and see him like picking little bits and pieces of brain off out of his jacket and man, what the hell? Fucking night. As you walk up, oh, what do you want?
Is something wrong?
Yeah, I got body parts in my jacket.
Oh yeah, that must be terribly annoying.
Pulls out like a little
can
cloth
understand
and
that.
like starts
Whoa.
wiping blood off of his face.
Your name. You are Daryl, correct?
That's right.
Would you mind if I asked you some questions about Norgafar?
What about him? He was a dick.
Yes, well, about that, can you tell me anything more about him? What was he like? I never really met him. And I was wondering if you knew anything about him. Just general information.
I mean, he comes in here every once in a while, spends his money, typically loses it. He's not very smart. I think your friend over there, he's the one usually taking his money. But he always seems kind of mad, seems angry, kind of an asshole. Probably deserved it, to be honest.
I guess about that, is there... That's what kind of... That's making me wonder, like, why would somebody shoot him? Is being an asshole really a reason to shoot someone around here? Just simply being rude to somebody else, crossing someone?
In general, probably not. But depending on who you're being an asshole to, now that's a
The
different
wrong
story.
fault. Okay. You wouldn't happen to know anything else about him? Maybe something... trouble he got mixed up in? Anything... things that would make him a target for someone else?
Let's see, I'm trying to think of a roll here. Let's just go with a, let's go with another persuasion here. If you feel like that makes the most sense of like, trying to gather information from him.
That's fine.
I don't know, man. I deal cards, that's it. Just trying to put a few bucks in my pocket here at Marlin's. It's always been good to me. Not really trying to spill secrets about clientele.
As the clientele is spilled all over him.
I didn't want to say, but I was thinking it. I was like, no.
As he kind of says that, you notice, like, as he's brushing off, he's looking over at the good boys and the reapers. As you're, like, sitting here trying to question him. All right.
You seem a little bit tense about them. Are you worried that they are going to start anything? Seems like they don't quite like each other.
I think any smart man would be worried about what they say in front of the good boys and the reapers around here. Even at Marlin's, as you can see, as he points to Norgathar's dead body on the poker table.
They made that very clear, yes. That's one thing. Well, anyway, in any case, I thank you for your time.
Go ahead and make your persuasion check to see. Get any extra information.
No.
You see his eyes immediately glance back over at the Reapers, and you see one of them, like, eyeballing him back. Look, I don't know anything. Alright? I told you what I know. I need to go clean myself up. And he heads back off to a clean room or a washroom.
As he does this, I'm going to also head towards the bar, and I'm going to sit down next to Anures.
All right. What is Rowan doing right now? And is Chadman gone?
So Gear is looking at this freaking baby and wanting to chew on them toes. Okay. All right, so last we left off, I believe, Rowan had I'd stitched up Victor's hand. I just had like a paranoid episode as I was coming to the bar, being followed by Harrison. We saw somebody run out. I come in, somebody's head's exploded. I checked to see, the body. They were dead. And then I went over back to the bar, kind of swirling still, right? Maybe even Brown's like putting the pieces of the storm and maybe the feelings he was having, of the suspicious feelings he was having getting here, to what happened at the bar, whether they are or aren't connected. And he's, but they feel connected since it's like a string of experiences. And then I grabbed a napkin to kind of clean my hands, and on the napkin, this crumbled up napkin, was a symbol, I believe. And it wasn't written in a language that Rowan fully understands, but it was one that he had experienced prior.
Correct.
And it kind of, my scar started to, I think, my blood pressure goes up, my veins start to show in my neck. A pain began to like pulsate through from his chest and burn a little. My mind began to unravel.
You hear like faint echoes of like a little bits and pieces of like the echoes of the past of like the sermon in your head, and you see little flashes of images of the Sink City newspaper, of officials that you've seen that have gone, would come and go to the university that you worked at.
And then Rowan, and I think a voice that Rowan doesn't like to listen to didn't say anything, but it's like almost as if they were about to clear their throat, and I ducked away into the back part of the bar where I kind of spend most of my time to get away. And I think I start digging through the Rowan's now back there, and he's like kind of he's like bumping into
screwdriver for my new monitor.
There are it's like a past a little. I'd like to go into deeper past the small room, like deeper into the workings of the bar, into the lab where Rowan works.
Yeah, you go to the back room, and you know exactly the book to pull. You reach up, pull on the green leather bound in the center that says, jokingly, "Secret Tunnel."
It's called the Secret Tunnel, it's the secret, like the secret garden, yeah.
You pull it, and the bookcase slowly
I think
shifts.
as I squeeze through, I don't I don't give it time to open before I'm like kind of squeezing through, and I kind of stumble and walk into, what does it look like as I walk into here, into this other kind of, into this back room?
It's more of just like a hollowed out, bare like infrastructure of the building. You just see frames and boards that would be like the inside without like whatever the equivalent of the drywall and stuff would be. And
Plaster, like board and plaster.
And you just see like iron bars that make up the cage of an elevator.
I'll kind of shamble to the elevator, vision swirling a little bit, and try to get to the switch. But I know that I believe Victor was following me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll that's what I'm doing if Victor makes it in time to take the elevator with me.
Yeah, you like stumble and kind of fall forward a little bit, and the outer cage of the elevator basically catches your weight as you fall forward, and you grab the front and slide the little pieces of the door that kind of like fold up into each other, and you both step in, and there's just a lever There's only 2 different floors.
Yeah. Victor, you're coming with me?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll pull the lever, and then I'll sit in the corner of the elevator as it goes down, clutching myself, shaking like I'm cold, rattling my feet wildly.
Rowan.
Trying not to throw up. Right. Yeah.
What's going on with you?
I'm right. Well, I don't feel good. I don't feel so good. I need to get down. There's a tincture. We gotta get to the tincture. There's a tincture downstairs. I need to get to it. It's a medicine.
I got you. Just breathe. Take some deep breaths.
All right. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't have been here. You shouldn't be here.
If I'm not here, who's gonna help take care of you?
I can do it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You just stay put. I'm coming down with you.
Victor pulls the lever, and you just hear as the chain like slowly releases and descends. You guys get down to the bottom floor, and it opens up. You see this very like large open room. It almost looks like just this very fancy den. Off into the corner, there's an alchemy lab. On another side, there's like a reload station for reloading your own shells. There's a couple of loungers. There's a nice little fireplace built into the side. Across the way, you see this large table with a big board that's like mounted to the wall. You see images and like pinpoints, like connecting points and stuff you would see like for investigations, linking people to old cases that you guys have been on. And to the side, there's, you know, like a room that has a bunch of beds for everyone. And you would know that your tinctures are over next to the alchemy area. There's like a little box that's almost like what an old style fridge would be, that you have to actually like load with chunks of ice to keep cool.
Mm-hmm. I'll stumble through the lab haphazardly.
Like hand slides across one of the tables, knocking shit over. Glass starts breaking as it falls.
Mm-hmm.
Take it easy. I can help you. Just tell me where they are.
I'll put my hand on the fridge, right, as I'm like kind of scrambling and crawling.
You hear like a
fridge.
Bunch of like glass vials rattle inside as it shakes a little bit.
I'll walk over and open the fridge for him.
As you reach down to grab the fridge, I reach up and I grab you by the scruff as you're leaning down and pull you into my face. You have to promise me something.
What is it?
You have to promise me you'll run away. You have to promise me that you'll run.
What I need to run? Is there something you're not telling me?
I let him go. I'll throw up a vial, and I'll point towards a tincture of sobriety.
I'll grab it and start pouring it down his throat.
That's not... Fuck, man. That's not how you take it. Grab a syringe. Fuck, dude. The
Oh,
fuck?
you're here. Act
Oh,
like you're dying.
oh, it's in my eyes. This shit's fucking acidic, man. Ow, what the hell? Fuck. Wash
Let
your
me help you with
hands.
some waterboarding.
Yeah. God damn.
How to
Give me
administer
that fucking
medicine
syringe.
101.
Give me the syringe.
You got to be more specific. I wasn't sure.
You didn't.
Then I run over
I
and
asked
grab
one
the syringe.
thing of you. I said run. I didn't say fucking pour shit in my eyes. God damn it.
I'll run over and grab the syringe for him.
All right. Okay. Okay, just you can just wait here, all right? I'll go to like a door that's kind of in the back. And I'll like it's got one of those large like submarine style handles on it, like a wheel that has iron bars that move up and down, almost bank vault style or whatever. And I'll open it and I'll pull it open. And it's like a root cellar. It's solid stone. We're far enough down. It's into the rock bed. And you see, and it smells like blood. And you see there's just like, it's just like the stone is white with like scratch marks on it. Rowan's hands are, his nails and stuff are split, a little bloody and raw. Some, he, tries to keep them hidden in his pockets and hidden, but now you can see them. All right, Victor.
What is it?
Don't tell anybody else. And don't open this door until you hear my voice again. My voice, do you hear me? Mine.
You got my word. I won't open the door.
And I'll go inside and start. I'll take one of those like a shackled cuff, like a padded cuff that's shackled to a wall. And I'll start putting it on with my teeth. This ain't a free show, Victor. Close the door.
And as he shuts the door, we'll pan back up to the lounge. Marlon, are you here? Sorry, Harrison.
No worries. Go on.
Yeah, I'm here, Ethan. Yeah.
Okay,
Having some internet problems.
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear it. I've heard everything.
Gotcha. Yeah, let's jump to Marlon real quick before we start our second rounds here. Okay, let's see. Marlon, I see your message here. Okay, so Marlon, you're wanting to call the law enforcement and kind of block off the area and go through the dead guy's
Yeah,
pockets.
I'm kind of wanting. That's right.
Okay.
That's what I'm wanting to do. What of those things would you like for me to play out? All of it?
Yeah, just dive into it.
Okay.
I imagine as like if once you go to look over and inspect the body, I imagine that would have been like the same time that Harrison was also doing his own little look over too.
Okay. So I think I get like like go upstairs and get like a sheet or a blanket of some kind, or like, probably a sheet. I don't know exactly how this area, like how easy it is to block off, but I was thinking, like pull tables and chairs and like try to block it off and like throw a sheet over to try to like block off the area from all the customers seeing a dead body sitting there. So I'd like to try to do that, but I'll do that after I call. Do I have a contact within law enforcement, like somebody that's kind of a friend of the
Yeah.
place? Okay. So yeah, I'll. Phones a thing? Are phones like rotary dial phones a thing?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah,
Operator, give me number
I'll
9.
call up my friend. Yep.
Yeah, you call up police detective Daniel Sheridan.
Do the storms do anything?
Daniel Sheridan.
Didn't knock him out?
No, the lights are, back on in this place here. It seemed like a temporary outage. And when you guys were outside, you only noticed that, the building that Marlon's place was in was the only one that went out for a minute.
Yeah. So I'll tell Bobo as he's what's Bobo doing at the moment? Is he still like serving drinks and trying
just
to keep everybody calm?
Cleaning glasses.
Okay.
Serving drinks when needed.
I think he looks at me like he's about to, and I'll call Daniel, and I'll dial him up.
Few rings go through. Detective Sheridan. Hello?
Hey Daniel, it's Marlon. Yeah, I've got a
Marlon.
little situation down here.
What the hell's going on? How you been?
Yeah, I know. It's been good. Today could have went better. You busy at the moment?
You know I am. What you got?
I can't remember the guy's name. Ethan, that got shot.
Sorry, switch.
Ethan, can you hear me?
Yeah, give me just a second.
Okay.
Dargathor.
Dargathor. Yeah, it's Dargathor. You know him? He comes in, plays cards quite a bit.
His name might be a little familiar. Usually causing issues. Few assaults. Why?
Well, yeah, we had a power outage earlier, and during the power outage, somehow I wasn't in the room. He was killed. He is currently slumped over my poker table with a giant hole in his head.
Shit.
Yeah. I don't know how you want to go about this. If you want to come down, we can talk about it. See how we can sweep this under the rug.
Yeah, sure. I'll be down there in a little bit. Just wrapping things up
Thanks,
over
Daniel.
here real quick.
You. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call last call here a little early tonight.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Appreciate your help. You want me to hold people for questioning, or need? I don't know.
Yeah,
Everybody seems pretty shook.
keep them there as long as you can.
Hold them till you can. All right, no problem.
All right. See you
And
then.
and I hang up, and then I'll go. Uh, I guess this happens like while they're all doing their stuff. It's like all happening at the same time, right?
Yeah.
I'll block the area off, and I'll start going through his pockets. If I get to where I feel like nobody can really see me, I'll tamper with the evidence or the crime scene.
Yeah.
I'll go through his pockets.
So you we'll say you do this before Harrison shows up. Like Harrison's kind of questioning Dirty Daryl, and you go over and start rummaging through pockets. First off, let's make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. You may have to do it for me, Ethan, because I'm really having trouble with internet.
All right.
If you don't care to. Oh, no. It seems like it's gonna load me in.
That's a 9. Harrison,
Well,
if you're trying to I'll say this, Harrison and Honore, since I know you're typically scanning the room too. If you both of you guys can do perception checks if you'd like to see if you kind of pick up on Marlon rummaging through the pockets. I mean, it's a dead body in the middle of the room, so it's going to be kind of tricky to kind of pull that off anyways, but I guess the idea of like actually sneaking your hands into the pockets instead of just kind of checking them over is the
I don't
idea
know
for
what's
me.
worse. I don't know who's worse, Honora's or fucking Marlon at this point. At least Honora's didn't hide it, you know?
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm just.
Hey,
I'll
I
make a
didn't
perception check
didn't
though.
steal anything. I just took what was mine.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'll make the perception check though. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Literal blood money.
Yeah, so you're Honoris, you definitely catch a glimpse of it as you're
Hell, I think everybody sees it.
as you were talking as you were talking to the gentleman at the bar, amongst all whoever else saw it, Honoris, you catch a
Marlon knocks
glimpse
the
out of
glass
the corner
over,
of your
like,
eye
body
as
rolls.
Marlon's like digging his hands in the dude's pockets.
We're all just looking back from our chairs like.
He drops like a glass pocket watch, falls out and shatters. It's like really loud.
He's like,
Yeah,
shit,
Harrison, you literally hear gold pieces like falling out of his pockets as Marlon's going through him.
I'll just glance over at him. Just
The loud
So-
rip
and I'll
of his
go back.
vest, of his suit vest.
You said the guy next to me was also like looking pretty perceptive, right?
Yes.
So as soon as I see it, I'm gonna, like reach into my pocket and like grab a set of dice and just kind of like not like yeet them, but just like kind of like fling them out on the bar. Like I want to start like playing a dice game and just kind of like try and distract him, hit him up. Like looks like we've got some time. How about a roll?
Make a persuasion
Hold
check
on.
with advantage.
I thought I blocked
I just
off the area. I guess it looked very different in my mind.
just thought of like the sickest fucking game where like you put the dice in a glass and you roll it, right?
Nice.
Nat
Nat
20.
20.
Damn.
So I just thought of a cool ass game for you take you finish your drink, right? And you put the dice in the glass in your hand and you shake them and when you slam them down and then you blow cigar smoke into the glass and close it so that you can't see the dice until you lift them up. Until you lift the glass off of them.
That's pretty sweet.
That's pretty sick, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? One game. So yeah, you definitely distract him with a quick game. whatever dice game that you're choosing.
Drinkers
And
dice.
what
Drunkard dice.
and Harrison just kind of like looks back a little bit as Marlon's going through. Go ahead.
Well,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
so when I see Marlon trying to stealthily pickpocket him, can I look over towards the members of the Good Boys and the Reapers that are in the bar as well? And can I just look at... I just want to look at them, at their body language. How are they looking?
I mean, you can see them like eyeballing each other back and forth. Occasionally they like lean over and whisper something to one another, and they are extremely vigilant.
Okay.
Marlon, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Okay. Yeah. To be clear of intent, I'm looking for like any kind of clues as to. I'm not really looking for money so much, but
Gotcha.
let's see. Investigation. God. My rolls follow me from 1 to 2. We're doing great. Yensu, sorry.
I'm glad you corrected yourself. It's a lot.
Yeah.
What
Yensu.
is your... Oh, gosh. Okay, so you have a passive investigation of 15. So you're like, I imagine you're rummaging through the pockets. I don't know if Marlon gets nervous about anybody like watching him since you're like trying to sneak in and do all this, but you feel something and you go to like pull and tug on it, and it's just like a piece of lining in his pant pocket, and you pull it, and like that's when some of the coins fall out. And you kind of like wince a little bit at the sound because everything is so quiet in here at this point that everyone can hear it. And as that happens, you kind of turn your head a little bit as you went, and then you notice something in your periphery on the floor. You see a shell casing.
Oh. Okay, I'll pick it up.
Pick it up with your hand? Not even with a
Look for its
pencil?
mark. Yeah,
You psycho.
yeah.
You also
Dominating
smoke
the crime
asbestos
scene.
filtered cigarettes because it's safer. Forgot
Yeah.
it in early 1900s.
I'll pick it up. I'll look at it. I'll look it over.
All right.
Does it anything special about it? Anything odd or?
There's definitely something special about it. And as
Okay.
are you looking at it here in the open?
Okay. Yeah. I gotta get this through my head visually that I am out in the open and I am not hidden at all from everybody. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up and look at it in front of everyone.
Okay.
This didn't fall out of this. Fell out of his pocket.
No,
Or is
this
this
is just
something
something
that I
that you
just
noticed
noticed
that was on the
around?
floor.
I got you. Okay. Okay.
Um,
Hold on.
so currently, how like casings and shells and stuff work is almost like old swords. There's like maker's marks, or who does
Uh-huh.
what with these sort of things. 'Cause, everyone has like a custom press or it etches into certain things. It's almost like, it's something to show off, right? And
Is it a legal requirement or just something commonly done?
I think it's just something commonly done. Just to kind of like, for the most part, you know, a lot of people do it just for sending the message, so to speak. And you do see engraved on the side of the shell a scythe. And as you see that, you kind of look over towards the booth that has the Reapers in it, and they're both just staring at you. One leans in, says something in the other's ear, as the one that's being told something is just giving you dead stare.
I put the shell in my pocket and I walk straight up towards them. I walk straight in. Not in a way, but in a way that I don't have a, in a, I just kind of quickly walk over there and pull up a chair and sit down at their table with them.
Okay.
Is it to where could I speak to them without anyone else? Could I speak to them without anyone else hearing us?
I mean, you could try whispering, but you know, you're, like I said, you're in the middle of a bar. You know, everybody's kind of like watching around. Everyone's pretty vigilant. You know, nobody else wants to get shot, so they're, you know, people are keeping tabs on anyone that they possibly can.
I keep forgetting that. Yeah, I'll walk up to him. Okay, so I'll walk up to him. So put that case in my pocket. Another round for you. How many is there?
Sorry, you're cutting out a little bit.
Okay. How many of them are at the table?
2.
Another round for you two.
They look at each other. Yeah, we'll take a round.
Sure. And I'll go behind the bar. I'll fix them their drink of choice. And I'll bring them back to them and I'll set them down. And as I do, I'll lean into one of them and say, wow, you know it's not supposed to happen here.
Marlon, you think we would do such a thing? Look, I'm not even packing. Neither is he.
They like open up their coats.
Yeah, there's not even holsters. Check us if you'd like.
No,
We're just here for a good time.
All right.
I do hate it, though, to see that you have such a mess on your hands.
All right. You two, you're good to go whenever you want. I won't keep you.
They kind of tip their hat down the drinks that you offered and begin to walk out.
I'll holler out to everyone. All right. You are all free to leave whenever you want. If you want another round, now would be the time. And
Bobo's
I'll
like,
tell everybody
last
that they're
call.
good to go.
Last call for alcohol.
He rings the bell, right?
Right. Kind of gives
Norris
Norris a little look.
fingers
Yeah.
Norris checks his pocket. Damn.
At that point, like, he rings the bell and Bobo, let me see if he forgets. No, Bobo definitely puts the bell back in his pocket for sure.
No.
The man at the bar next to you, Norris, as he sees two of the Reapers leaving. I thought everyone was equals here.
He's saying that to me?
Yep. What was it? Something about knights and kings and queens and pawns are all equal here at Bishop Square.
I'm just gonna try and play it off. I mean, like, Honoris, I don't think really knows what's going on either, so I'm just gonna like do my best to give like a shoulder shrug and a placating smile.
Okay.
Just wink at him. Just
No, I mean
wink.
just kind of like well, but didn't he say that everyone was free to leave? He just let them go first.
I'm a bit
I
curious.
believe that's how it went.
Kind of.
The Good Boy members, they are still here, right?
He did just let all the suspects go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would see that the good boys, once Marlon cleared everyone to leave, you know, everybody's getting out of here. Like, everyone's pouring out the door.
Before they leave, can I go to the Good Boys?
Yeah.
Alright. So, I'll walk over to them. And how many of them are there? How many Good Boys?
You see about 3. Modestly dressed. Couple of them just, you know, simple vests, like white cloth shirts underneath, you know, the flat caps going. You know, like one has like a toothpick, a couple of them smoking cigarettes.
All right, I'll walk over to them. Oh, please hold on one moment. I really need to ask a few more questions, and if it's possible, I'd like to ask you them.
They kind of all look at each other. Go on.
All right, it'll just take a moment. I'm not terribly well versed in the relationships between the Good Boys and the Reapers, but just out of curiosity, how are you as groups, like on terms with each other? Could you explain that to me?
What are the terms with us and the Reapers? As
Yes, how are you?
leans
As
over the
two
table,
groups, how?
spits on the ground after he says Reapers. That's about right.
I just get like a little smile, and I see. Say, you wouldn't. Seeing as how the relationship between the both of these groups isn't terribly good, from your reaction, you wouldn't mind answering some questions about them, would you?
What do you want to know? Other than that, there's just a bunch of rotten no-gooders coming into Vinewood, causing trouble, bringing in drugs, killing our
When
people.
you... When you arrived here, I presume that the members of the Reapers were already there.
From what I remember. Yeah.
How many of them were there when you entered?
I believe they were 30.
I see. Do you remember anything about their looks? Anything about the things they wore, the clothes, maybe something a bit more specific? Anything I can really remember them by? I have reason to believe that one of them is very closely involved.
Yeah, I'll give you some information. But man, you know, I'm a little parched. Go for a drink right now. Right, boys? Thirsty? I think somebody said last call, right? Bobo's calling last call.
Oh, I see. This is how we are going to do this. I see. But who am I to turn down an offer like this? I will gesture them over to the bar and I'll walk with them. Bobo, please, a round of the finest you have to offer us for these fine gentlemen here.
Yes, of course, Harrison. He reaches for the top. Starts filling up 3 glasses. And
Was Durgan there one of the good boys?
I would say that you wouldn't think so, but
Okay.
you also don't know so.
Okay.
Bobo slides like the receipt for your drinks and slides the drinks forward.
All right.
All of them kind of like look at each other and nod, with approval. Hey, you know what? You're all right. Clank the drinks. They all down them. That was delicious. Must be expensive.
Oh, please, nothing is expensive enough when it comes to helping someone that can help me.
Well, so I can at least tell you what I remember.
Oh, please, I'm dying to hear it. I've loved.
Another tiefling, of course. They're all a bunch of assholes, right? Horns kind of curved back a little bit. I think the most notable thing, though, is probably I think a purplish hue to his skin. Don't really see that too much.
I see. Did you see anything else about him? Anything about his appearance?
Just wearing this long, nice trench coat. See that stupid little tail hanging out? I wanted to punch him in the face. But some of us gotta watch our tempers. We don't need to be causing a war.
Obviously not. Especially not in an establishment like this. It just seems so terribly pointless to make a scene in a place like this. it's supposed to be a safe place here, right? Where everyone can meet up together. We can talk things out. We can discuss things. So, for somebody of their group, of the Reapers, to... Well, I presume that they were the ones to put an end to Norgafar. But for someone of their group to do something like that, I just don't understand why.
They're the Reapers. Does there really need to be a reason? Like I said, you know, they're a bunch of pricks.
Well, I suppose that is a reason all on its own. It just seems terrible. Pointless to do something like that.
Yeah, you're right. That's why we need to get rid of them. You want to help with that?
Ooh. Me? Help with that? Oh, I wouldn't know if I'm such a...
The good boys are always looking for a few extra hands, right, boys? Could use a little bit of muscle, and they like slap your back really hard. You know, kind of like
it's just like
push
I
forward
just
a little
lunge
bit.
forward like that. Like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm cut out for that. Honestly, I'm past my best years. It's been... I don't know if I could even... No. I'd like to stay a little bit more on the neutral side. I'd like to just be a little bit more of an onlooker. Though, I won't lie and say that a case like this does make me interested in seeing how it will develop. I'm curious about it, and I guess that's why I ask all of you. But about these Reapers, I was wondering, these Reapers, they're obviously a big organization. I'm guessing that they do hits, they can be contracted for something like this.
Yeah. They have contracts all the time.
I see. As I'm talking with them, I'm just going to really meticulously start writing again in my notebook. Like I'm drawing little lines and everything, with like names and groups. Not trying to hide it or anything. I'm just doing that while we're talking.
Right, well, that's all I really know. You need any help, like I said, come find me.
Well, in any case, it was great talking to you all, and I'm very thankful for you, especially for the help that you've given me. I wish you all the best.
Look at this guy. So polite, right? Thanks for the drink, rabbit.
Oh. No problem at all. No problem. That hurts. That hurts. Ooh.
And yeah, they'll head on out.
I just want to look over to Anurus, and I just like kind of gesture to him, like, did you get any of that? You hear that as well?
Did you say towards me? Sorry.
So as they're leaving, I just look at you and I kind of gesture to you, like, did you get any of that? Did you hear
no,
it?
I was just confirming that you said Honores. So I've been trying to like keep the guy that I've been with engaged. So I kind of like double check over my shoulder, and I'm when you address me.
So
Yeah.
you said everybody's gone. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just gonna like confirm and then go back, like kind of try and brush you off and go back to like focusing on the guy.
You're trying to steal money from this dude, aren't you? You're trying to swindle. Like, hey,
Just gonna go like,
I'm in the middle of something here. All right, I'm hitting a lick, bro.
What do you
What were you going
say?
for there, though?
$20? Looks like you and Ores for the game.
Oh, did he? What kind of quality is his like clothing and whatnot? Or I guess just more broadly, like does $20, look like it's a reasonably meaningful bet for him, or is he just like, offering me pennies?
It's probably reasonable, I guess.
Well, like, so I don't even hesitate. I'm just like, sounds good, and chuck the dice.
All right. I suppose the simplest way here is just to roll a d20.
Sure.
Oh, you got this. Y'all.
I'm sorry, but if you rolled a 1 now, I would have laughed so hard.
That'd be very on brand for me.
Yeah.
Looks like lucky twice tonight.
Sorry. And trying to like draw that out and kind of like tip my head in the way of like, like sorry, Steve. Like, like.
He reaches over, holds his hand out for a handshake. James.
Nice to meet you, James. I'm Honoris. Like, give him like the quickest of shakes, right? Like, I want to be polite, but at the same time, I don't want him to like, whatever. Like, I'm conscientious of pickpockets and whatnot in the area and just like general shadiness. So like, I give him like the quickest, like, it's like a 1 pump shake.
Perfect.
What did
And
James
then,
look
rake
like?
whatever money you threw out there. And then I had like one question for him. It was James, you said, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna tip my hand. James, you seem pretty quick on the pickup. What did you see? I'm gonna shoot my shot. I have a little bit of rapport with them, so I'm not gonna be no skullduggery. Give him my biggest gummy grin while I'm at it.
I'm not trying to like imagine a frog smiling. I'm like trying to figure out like what does that look like?
Yeah, I don't know about a frog specifically, but like I have a gecko, and like I know that they're incapable of like having an emotion that would result in smiling, but they kind of do a thing when they're, I don't know, I'm assuming it's when they like smell food or something that kind of looks like a smile. It looks more or less like what you'd expect. It kind of like pulls back and.
Well, I couldn't see anything in the dark. Of course, I don't have that capability. But I did notice the door open afterwards. As he kind of gestures, to the door leading outside. So I knew the person who did it was already gone. Just trying to see, read anyone else here in this room. I knew the Reapers did it. I could tell on their face.
Sorry, you say he knew the Reapers did it?
Yeah. Who were there snickering in the corner. Like a bunch of little girls.
And how does James feel about that?
Well, this is supposed to be a place of sanctuary, so it's kind of irritating when people don't play by the rules. It would be even more irritating if the rules weren't upheld.
Do I hear that? Am I in the vicinity to be able to hear that?
Sure. In fact,
They'll be
he
upheld,
turns to
friend.
you and, you gonna make this right, Marlon?
We will. Planned on paying them a visit anyway. But not here.
I think at that point you hear a knock on the door.
Just real quickly to
Enjoy your drink.
that scene, if I can. I
I'll
just
go
want to
first.
say when
I'll
he
go answer the door.
when he goes to complain, I'm mostly just upset that the rules weren't upheld or whatever. Just gonna be like, fair enough. Speaking of fair enough, thanks for talking. And so, like I said, I'd kind of gone to scoop the money that he'd put on the bar for the dice game, but since he gave me some information and stuff, I'll push it back to him.
Class.
You're alright, Honores. Goes and puts it back in his pocket. I'll catch you around.
Just kind of tip my glass to him.
Yeah, so I'll say, as he leaves, instead of knock, I guess, Marlon, you would see the detective coming in, confused, holding his hands out. Where'd everyone go?
No, I didn't.
But before we
Feel
jump
like-
into this, let's go back downstairs to
Yeah.
Rowan and
Yeah.
Victor.
If I could propose a scene, are we, Spio, would that be okay with you?
Sure.
Okay. Everything that happens is witnessed from Victor's perspective on the other side of the door. From behind the locked door. Or from the other side of the locked door. If I could propose a cool storytelling scene as a player. Until Rowan comes out. If Rowan comes out.
All right, repeat that again. Sorry.
If I could propose the way that what information is witnessed in this scene, that it's all witnessed from Victor's perspective. And any time that we are to look at Rowan, we are instead looking and listening to the door, the other side of this, Victor's side of the door. That would be Rowan in this scene, is just like looking at this door, hearing and seeing whatever's happening there until I exit that room.
So Victor's looking at the door that you're behind?
Yes. Yeah. So anything that's happening to Rowan is only witnessed through whatever can get through the door, basically, is the idea.
Okay.
This is a game of mystery, right? A little bit of mystery and fear and suspense, and what better way to be scared of something than to not truly know what it is. I don't know what is to happen, right? We still have, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just know that whatever does, it'd be cool to see it like what Victor sees from his, and not the camera doesn't get to go into the inside of the room kind of thing. And that, if anybody's watching and you're like, oh, how could I also help as a player tell the story? It's just like that. Just talk to your DM in the moment about the game, storytelling, and be like, oh, it'd be cool to tell the story this way and see. And Victor, Life, are you cool with that? You think that's a
Yeah,
that's
I'm good with it.
Look at that. There we go.
All right. Victor, as the door shuts, you begin to hear the clawing against the surface from the inside. You begin to hear moans, like a deep, low moan turns into shouting. You hear help a couple of times, and you take a step forward, and the shouting for help turns into screaming. And this screaming from, this grown man begins to turn into a low, like, guttural roar that kind of tremors the ground beneath your feet. You see almost like black smoke seeping out of the cracks from what makes up the door. You see the light above you begins to flicker. Goes out for like 1 second, comes back on, and then keeps just flickering over and over. As the room gets darker, the smoke that's pouring out begins to almost cling to the wall like ink. And you see that once was just the shadow of the structure of the door begins to stretch and fade out across the room, almost like engulfing the entire room itself. And you can hear the door banging over and over again.
Rowan? Rowan, what's going on in there? I'll walk a little closer to the door, kind of press my ear against it.
Open.
Rowan, is that you? I can't hear you. I can't hear you through all this. What's going on in there? can't do this. What if he's hurt?
As you like take a step forward and kind of like place a hand on the door, you begin to hear. You can faintly see like the smoke kind of trickle around one of your fingers. You begin to hear whispers. Go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Who did you want me to make a wisdom save?
No, Victor.
Oh shit. Sorry. Not sorry, Spio. Sorry, life.
At 22. As you hear the whispers, as they attempt to penetrate your mind, you feel like an immediate sense of terror. You kind of like pull your hand back, and you see the tendril like smoke kind of pull away from your finger, as if you're like slipping your hand out of a finger trap, and the whispers stop. You take another couple of steps back. And you see the dark shadows around the container retract and come back to like a normal shadow. The whispers stop. And the light stops flickering and remains fully lit.
Rowan, are you alive in there? What the hell did I get myself into? I think at that point, I kind of set up a chair at the door, waiting to hear Rowan's voice with my rifle in hand. He said not to open it, but
Yeah, Victor just like loads around into the chamber.
I would like to try to do something.
Okay.
To the door. To Victor or to the door. Yeah, to the door if I could. If I can.
You're wanting to try to do something to the door?
Yeah, I just put it in the public role. Or, yeah. I was thinking to Victor, but I can't quite see Victor. But after hearing, I can't do this, what the hell did I get myself into in a round chambered? From the muffled sounds of that, I am going to try that. I don't know what I need to roll to try, but that's what I try.
I think that, things kind of fade in and out of darkness during this time. And occasionally you are able to stay out of the darkness long enough to be able to realize like what's happening.
That like
And
that vision of like
Yeah, it's almost,
he's
you know,
in
like
a
lucid
movie.
dreaming. You realize that you're dreaming, and you reach up and you cast that on yourself, and the shadows begin to dissipate.
Let's see, holy water, powdered silver, consumes a spell. Okay. I'll yeah. I like go to a stone on the wall and like a loose brick kind of that's been replaced a couple times and grab it. You said we can kind of see my like lucid dreaming vision. And,
Yeah, like
and we can
you
see
kind of
maybe
fade out of the state to
what
realize, like, to kind of take control of over certain things.
what do my fingers look like as I grab the brick?
You see like bloody chip digits. It's not just like your nails are broken off, but like, you know, the skin's kind of worn on the tips as you've been like dragging your hands down on the stone surface.
I find the one that has the most like kind of like bloody marks and finger marks on them. I pull the brick out and I pull out a little bit of holy water with some powdered silver in it, and a little on the face of it, a small brass, um, like, uh, it's one of those vials. It's an ampule, so closed by heating the glass and stringing it, and then filed to a point that's supposed to break, and a small brass kind of symbol or collet wrapped around it that has the symbol of Lunera on it, that I feel almost blister my thumb as I grab it and cast it upon myself. I think since it's from first person, I don't see. I see like the blood mixing with the. I see blood mixing with the silver, but but I don't see the spell. I see my vision changing, like as like my blood pressure increasing and like getting smaller, kind of tunnel visioning against this spell and with it.
And Victor, you would see like a faint little shimmer of like glow, like beneath the door frame, very slightly and very briefly. And then, Victor, is there anything that you would like to do before we change scenes?
I think the last thing I'd do is start reaching for the handle, rifle readied.
I imagine as that happens, you see like the handle of the door begin to turn, like just as it's about to open. And then Marlon, you you see Daniel walk in. What the hell? Everyone's gone. I thought you said you're gonna hold him here.
I'm sorry. I was, but then I'll hold up the shell and put it in his hand. I'm not gonna hold them here and start a war, Daniel, but I'll figure something out. I'll take care of it.
How you gonna do that?
I don't know yet.
I don't doubt you, Marlon, but
I'll figure it out.
you know, I can't be helping you with this. I got enough on my plate.
I know. I know. That's why I told him to leave. If you could help me with this body, though. And I just kind of like step out of the way and. You know, you said he'd been arrested on assault charges or got into a little bit of trouble. You know what he was, who the assault, what was he doing? You know what kind of crowds he runs with, anything like that?
What's a story?
You know, nothing that really has any direct connection with the Reapers, but
Well, if he's
Not that
friendly
we're
to
aware
the
of.
Lost Boys, that's what the Good Boys. Do you have any connections to the Good Boys? Is what I'm concerned with.
I mean, yeah, not that we're aware of.
All right.
He's seems like the kind that doesn't get along, you know.
Yeah. It just seems odd. Why him? I mean, there are several Good Boys here. If it had been one of them, it would have made, a lot of sense.
Yeah, did they say anything?
Who? The Lost Boys or the Good Boys?
The Good Boys. Who's the Lost Boys? Don't
I
tell me
don't
we got
know.
another
It's
faction
just-
in here.
It's just stuck in my head. I'm a
There's no.
little lost at the moment.
No, that's all we need. Is new blood rolling in.
Is Harrison still there close?
I would be.
He's like
I would be sitting at the bar next to Anures right now, and I'm
Speaking
still
of lost, where's
dribbling.
Victor? I yell out to both of you at the bar.
Just turn my head like. I have no idea. I saw him walk to God knows where.
And Rowan.
Oh, now that you
Anyway.
mention it, he has been gone for a while.
Anyways, yeah, I'm sorry, Daniel. I knew you didn't need to get involved, so I told them all to go home, and we'll have to come up with a game plan. But what do we need to do here? How can I help you?
I know a guy. Trying to get rid of it, right? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this farmer. Pigs will take care of it.
All right.
Just put him around back till now. We'll get somebody to pick him up in a couple hours.
Anures, can you give me a hand? And I'll put my arms underneath.
I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but
You're morbid. That's why, Spio.
it's just funny.
I mean, now that you're saying it, I'm
Just
also
imagining
imagining
imagining a frog person, just like
Well, it's even better, right? Because I'm like
tiny frog person.
I'm kind of like dwarf build, right? So like I'm like 4-ish feet tall, and also have 8 strength. So I'm just
Still
like,
better than me.
it's not really my strong suit, but I'll do what I can.
I just need you to get the feet, please. As I'm start to pick him up.
very like awkward drag, and Norris holding him up like chest length, but still basically pretty close to the ground, so it's not like a whole lot different than just dragging
Periodically,
them by
he will hit the
yourself.
ground, like bang. Yeah.
Everyone just slumps like.
I'm also like I'm kind of alternating between like is like bipedal like hopping better or is like bipedal walking better or should I hop? So there's like a few like jostles as I try and like hop.
What are you doing? What? God.
Going down the stairs.
What the hell are you doing? Shit's falling out of his pockets. Like, he fucking knocks something over. It's like your friend who doesn't know how to move a couch, but you're halfway up the stairs before you realize it.
Exactly.
So you guys get the body around back, and
Mhm.
you get back and just kind of stand there. So, how about a favor for a favor? Kind of overwhelmed at the moment, and I ain't got time to touch on everything. Think you could take a case off my hands? Unofficially, of course.
I instantly just like slowly perk around, like ears up.
You're doing the like horror creepy thing. Your shoulders don't change, but your head turns all
My
the way
neck just
around.
goes like.
I'll
backwards.
you for more than this time. I'll you for more than this. Yeah. What do you got, Daniel?
Let's see here. Sorry, just getting some names. Oh wait, it's on the other list. That's why. That's why.
I'll go back behind the bar as he's like, yeah. I'll pick myself a drink and him one.
I don't know. I keep getting calls from Dr. Crow over there at Vinewood General. He says one of his fellows that's been doing research in the basement hasn't came back up, and they're too afraid to go down there. Now, to me, that just sounds like a bunch of baloney, but whatever baloney is.
Oh, it's a
But
brand new meat byproduct. You gotta try it out.
But I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be chasing spookies and fairy tales.
You
know?
said one of his employees walked down in the basement and never came out?
Yeah, he's probably just topped up on something.
Yeah. You know I don't like going over there. But
You do me a huge favor, I'm already working 3 cases. Getting rid of this body now. Man, the Reapers this month.
yeah, I'm getting sick of them. They're really, well, what happened tonight was, I take it as disrespect.
Yeah, I would too.
Am I sitting body right now?
Hopped up with a frog and a rabbit.
Yeah.
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 No offense, all right?
Say, does Norris get? You said? Did you say Norris gets hopped up?
Not me specifically, but I just had to chuckle at the turn of phrase, considering that whatever 40% of the people in the party here.
Is that like a grung tradition that's gotten brought into the modern world as is getting hopped up? That's why they call it. It's like a grung kind of intoxication.
Fantastic! It totally should be.
I think so. I guess it could be a rabbit lagomorphian. What are you called?
Also, not to distract too much, but while everybody's focused on that and like listening in closely, I'm just gonna try and get close to Bobo and get the bell.
All right. Make a sleight of hand
Of course.
check. I'll roll a perception. Yeah, Bobo like turns around as he's like taking inventory and just leaves it there. Yeah, you snag it up, no problem.
Sweet.
Can I also make a perception check to see if I see him doing that? Just out of curiosity.
Sure.
I mean, I'm behind the bar. I feel like I would see him doing it.
Yeah. Go ahead and make your own perception
Okay.
check. Also, let's see, Harrison with a 6.
Roll.
You don't notice because you flip over the tab that Bobo gave you, and those drinks that you bought for the good boys cost $400.
Oh, fuck. There was a murder.
400?
Somebody's got to clean that up.
Oh no.
You did say the finest, so
That's true, but
Oh, shit.
That's why I specifically said your newest, not your finest.
400?
yeah, you definitely saw Bishop or Marlin.
Okay.
Or wait, what was the sleight of hand again? Oh, 17. Yeah, you saw it for sure. In fact, like midway of Honores, like bringing it back, he's like, bending his hand back, almost like, bringing it up to his body. That's when your eyes catch. Like, you both look at each other at that same time.
If you ring that bell, Norris, I swear.
He's saying that? Okay. If you're not taking it from me, I'm just gonna I'm just maintaining eye contact, but I'm just gonna like put it in a breast pocket of my vest, like as I'm looking at you.
You're like,
Make sure to move it over your vital organs, because you know he wants to shoot it out of your hands, but not you. Immediately, you're downrange of the bell.
Give it a little pat.
what?
Daniel like folds up his little notebook. All right. Well, now we're even.
Thank you for coming. I'll speak to Dr. Crow tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, just let me know what happens so I can fill out some sort of report, but yeah, I'll keep in touch. Don't do anything crazy.
Huh.
Reapers, they're pretty deep in this town.
I know. And then I take it like as say I know, and I'll like drink the rest of my drink quickly. Have a good night, Daniel. Stay safe out there.
Tips the hat. I'd say at this point it's probably about midnight. Everyone has.
I come across the bar. I come across the bar, and then there's give me that fucking bell.
Just as soon as it's only
Just tackles and Honores.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Make let's get a grapple check going here. So, Marlon, you'll do an athletics, and an Honores, you can do an athletics or an acrobatics check to oppose.
I gotta do athletics though. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, what in the world? How do I only have a 2 to acrobatics as a frog?
I have a 0 to athletics, buddy. So let's
Should
do
have
it up.
taken
Hey!
Huh?
Ah!
Ah!
Oh,
Dang it! That's
oh no.
Honoris is
Oh.
out with the bell.
yeah.
Damn.
I just hop back, like I just like launch myself back from the bar, and then like sit down at a chair and like ring it.
Put your feet on the top of the bar, like cross them on top of the bar.
After they do this, Marlin, could I quickly speak to you for just a second, please? There wouldn't
Yeah.
be any possibility that maybe you could help me out with the tab I just got for the drinks I ordered, please? I might have underestimated how expensive your most expensive drinks were by a long shot. But obviously I did that so I could get critical information regarding the murder of our beloved Norgafar.
Oh,
Nardwar? Our beloved Nardwar? Is that...
Norgafar.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that too deep of a cut? Does anybody...
No.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. We can. It takes. Well, actually, Anuris, could you help out Harrison with some of his tab?
I'm gonna kind of like harumph a little bit with my arms and be like, "You should have asked me before you tried to take my bell."
Oh.
I'll pull the bell out and I ring it.
I have
Anuris?
the bell.
No, do you have the bell?
Yeah.
he still has the bell.
Yeah, he rolled a 14, you
Oh.
rolled an 8.
Oh.
Yeah, I misread it at first. I thought the 14 was you, so that's why I said dang it. But yeah, no, I won that.
I was thinking the 19 was, but that was I don't even know where that came from.
Perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I got you. Okay.
Somehow you're upset that you succeeded in the main story, like, understanding information, but mad about the bell.
I'm mad about the bell.
Oh, just
We'll
really
take-
quickly, DM, just like a quick question. So the 400 euros would, or $400, excuse me.
Wow, dude.
Excuse me.
Wow.
And inflate the price even higher. Holy cow!
Yeah, what do you think? What are you in? This isn't fucking Australia, dude. We
Charge
don't
him in
use
euros.
It's
Charge him in
America.
euros.
He's got to find a fence now.
Look, we talked about this
would
in
that-
session 0 that you do not plug your European currencies on stream here. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Would that be 400
Wow, next you're gonna
gold,
push
or-
socialism.
Would that be 400 gold or 400 silver pieces?
Gold.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it'd be gold.
Yeah.
Gold is basically $1 in this game.
$1, a euro. It's a little like $1. The US dollar obviously is has the most weight in the world economy over the euro, especially. So it's probably like I don't know, like 10,000 euros or something like that.
Say, Bobo, could I pay this in parts?
You're fine, Anuris. You're fine. We'll take care of it. But yes, do not offer to pay for the good boys. They will take
Lesson learned. Yes. I did get the information I wanted, though. That's at least the positive side of it.
Oh, what information?
Oh, of course, I completely forgot to tell you. Yes. So, before I entered the building, right, I saw someone fleeing, and I didn't really get a good look at them, but I asked around a little bit. I got in touch with the good boys that were in here, and by buying them those lovely drinks, I found out that the person I saw leaving was a purple-colored tiefling that was with the Reapers before, or right after the murder happened. And that's the person that I presume I saw running away right after Norbafar got killed. So I think I have suspect number 1 right now.
Oh, that's great. A purple hued skin tiefling. You said.
Yes. They didn't really give any more description about what they looked like, but tieflings are not extremely common. So I'm sure that we'd have a good chance of trying to find them. I'm sure we can find them.
All right. Well, we're putting a lot of things on my to-do list. Our to-do list. Doris, you are coming.
Is Bobo hears that he can't pay for his tab, and like is he like come around the corner with like a bucket that have like rubber gloves hanging out of it?
Oh.
like a brush, brush
It's
handle.
okay. I understand. It's okay. I'd understand.
Hilarious.
Hope someone's got to clean up the mess.
Yeah. Fair enough. Still got what I wanted though, so I'll take.
A bottle of bleach and ammonia, and he's like, just mix those together. This is the
The-
1920s.
Yes, of course.
Chlorinator. Yeah.
Uncle, did you see where Victor went?
I thought I saw them head towards the back.
All right.
Do you?
And
I've got a question. Do you think that Bobo would have? I mean, Bobo's kind of, he's a bartender. He's a professional fly on the wall. Would he have noticed? I think Bobo and Marlin, they let me use this space. So Bobo probably knows what Marlin knows, even a little bit more, but he doesn't let on. He wouldn't be pushy like that. But Marlin, Victor, this is the first time Victor experiencing any like Rowan in the lab. But obviously the state of the locked room shows use, which means Marlin would know. Like Marlin, instead this is the first time Victor helping, but this is the first time that Rowan's been helped. It would have been Marlin probably, right? Which,
yeah.
If we follow being at the bar and stitching Victor's hand and then reading the napkin and then stumbling away, would Bobo have noticed? Is my question.
The napkin that I had drew on, was that what triggered you?
Would Bobo have noticed the course of events?
As an audience member, Justin, is that what happened?
The napkin triggered.
Okay.
Yes. The napkin is what triggered Rowan's fit.
Gotcha.
With the roll, I'm going to say that Bobo's kind of caught up with the chaos in the immediate area.
So it kind of went to the wayside a little.
I mean, I think even for the most part, it would be, I don't think anybody would really even have thought or made anything of it, as you guys just kind of like went to the back room. Because, everything else is happening below. So, I mean, otherwise, you guys go downstairs all the time. So that's, your headquarters. That's where you guys get, do like downtime stuff to prepare for different situations.
Okay,
and things.
so he didn't notice anything out of turn or off color.
Correct. Yeah. His perception roll is pretty low.
Yeah.
What is Victor and Rowan doing?
I'm currently cracking open the door just enough to peek in, having my rifle in one arm at the ready, while slowly opening the door to look in.
In shades of gray, what does Victor see?
The aftermath. And I'll pass the ball back. I'll check the ball back to you, Dungeon Master. He sees the aftermath.
As you open the door, you see like streaks of blood like smeared on the other side. And for the most part, you just see like an empty room with one of the walls, like you see the brick that's pulled out, and you can see like a shattered vial kind of on the ledge and shattered glass below on the ground. And Rowan is just kind of like sitting on his bed. Like in one corner, just staring at the opposite wall.
I had placed an arm in a shackle, right? Like in a padded, cuffed shackle. Is it still inside that shackle?
Yeah, if you haven't taken it or unrestrained yourself.
I have not unrestrained myself. Okay. So I'm limply hanging loosely from that deep kind of wounds. Kind of, you can see the cotton padding, although previously stained prior to placing it on my wrist, is now glistening and fresh with the red humors of the mortal coil.
The hell, Rowan? Something attack you in here?
Right. I didn't say that you could come in here. You didn't hear my voice yet, did you?
You were screaming for help. I didn't know what else to do.
Right. Right. No. It's not it, fuck. That's not it. Rowan. Damn it. There it is. Okay. You didn't hear my voice, did you? Loosely hanging. right? You didn't hear my voice, did you? Did you?
I heard yelling for help. I couldn't tell if it was you or...
And did it sound like me? Did it sound like Rowan?
I mean, at first...
How the fuck did you open the door? And what do you plan on doing with that?
I thought something was trying to kill you in here. I was trying to help.
You're a fucking idiot, Victor. Look at this place. What do you see? Look at it, Victor. What do you see?
Looks like some beast was trying to claw at the wall and get out of here.
Yeah? It looks like something was trying to get out of here, right? And I told you to close the door and not to open it, right?
I'm sorry, Ro. I didn't want anything to happen to you.
Victor, does this look like a place where it's supposed to keep something from happening to me? Or something from happening to you?
I didn't look inside the room before I closed the door, so I hadn't known.
You ain't thrown up yet, so I'd imagine you hadn't. Why the fuck would you open the door, man? What if something happened? What if something happened?
Far worse has happened in my lifetime. Start undoing the shackle.
As you take a step forward into the room, Rowan, you notice that the shadows from the outside breach, like the doorway that Victor is walking into, you notice the shadows form in the shape of tendrils and begin to start crawling towards Victor's feet on the floor.
Victor, you're gonna have to get the fuck out of here right now. I'm gonna say it one time. Leave.
Are you sure?
I kick him. Leave. Get. I kick him. I kick him square in his chest as he reaches for my shackle. This ain't the time. You need to run. Victor. Run.
I start moving towards the elevator. I try and I kick the door closed behind me as I'm leaving.
Run, Victor! And I'll run towards the door, at the end of the shackle, pulling at my own arm. Trying to slide my hand, trying to use the blood, make myself bleed more so I can slide out so I can get to him.
Yeah, you can feel the skin tearing around your wrist as it pulls up into your hand. Even some just revealing some of the soft tissue beneath as you pull hard enough. And Victor, as you...
I'll turn as that happens and it's not happening. I'll grab my own thumb and break it.
All right. And as that happens, Victor, you hear this similar yelling as you pull the lever and you begin to ascend up to the next floor. You see the light begins to flicker once more and shadows begin to sort of pour out underneath the door from the room that Rowan's in, and comes up to darkness, and then the elevator opens and you can see the secret room with the bookcase slightly shifted sideways to walk back.
Marlin! I start scrambling my way out towards the bar area.
Yeah, you run out there. You see Bobo and Harrison like scrubbing the blood off of the floor with like I don't know baking soda or uh, some kind of rough scrub to try to get the stains out. Harrison just looks up at you and has these like rubber gloves on.
Mouth the words like, help me.
Marlon's behind the counter and hearing you yell as you're running out, and everyone's just kind of looking at you.
What the hell do you have going on down there?
You're muted, by the way. Discord.
Man, I was talking so much, and I was like, "Why is no one listening?" Okay.
Yeah, dude, shut the hell
no.
up, Chad.
God dang it! I was trying to say like earlier that I was headed down towards them after Daniel left, and I asked for
Okay,
Angel.
so you like
I
you get
I
to like
wanted
the
to,
bookcase that's
Meet him at
shifted
the
over, and you
yeah,
like meet
right,
him as he's coming up,
yeah,
and he's like ripping the
fucking
door
running,
open.
running with a loaded gun.
yeah,
Wouldn't be the
yeah.
first time in my life.
I feel like he accidentally flags me, flags me with the barrel of his gun, and I like push the barrel as soon as the elevator door opens. I push the barrel to the side. You look
What
like
in
you've
the
seen a monster.
what in the hell do you have going on here?
For echoing from the bottom.
I I wish I could tell you. Just trying to help. Where did we meet? Where did we meet Rowan?
I think that's a fucking perfect flashback scene. If I've ever heard one. If I've ever heard a beautiful intro for a flashback scene, that's it.
It was 5 years ago.
Yeah. A
I'm
night
only
just like
imagining
tonight.
like Doug flashbacks.
No.
Oh, that's some old nerd shit right there, Doug. I'm playing banjo with my dog. Playing beats ball for Bloatsburg.
And then I also, as I say that, well, yeah, I say everything I said to him. And then I said, and we've got, I'm sure you knew, but found this, hold up the shell with the scythe faced towards him. We've got a lot of things going on.
I think the way that Marlon met Rowan was he came stumbling into the bar one night looking for you specifically.
Okay.
And
If you want to
asking,
do it out, yeah. If you want to do more outside of game, Justin, we can too.
okay,
Back,
he came,
whatever.
yeah, we can do a flash. Yeah, well, let's.
That can be like an
Hold
intro
on.
for next session.
Yeah, we can do a flashback scene for next session.
Let's,
Yeah.
we'll
Okay,
wrap this
I like
scene up
that.
here, and
I
so
like
that way
that.
we can close out. And
It's going to be all right, and we're going to help him.
You said you flashed me the shell casing.
Yeah.
I'll snatch it out of your hand. The fucking Reapers.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you know what he looks
Victor,
like?
something Victor understands and can deal with right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Honora said a pale or a purple hued tiefling.
I think that was me.
Yeah,
Not
Harrison.
Nora.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Harrison.
I had
Harrison.
parts of that information, but Harrison
Yeah.
had more than I did, so
It
I
was
just let
one of the
Harrison
hoppers.
do it.
It was
It
one
was
of
of the hopper.
the one of the hopper boys.
We're
Victor,
starting a new criminal group, the Hoppers.
Victor, you're only familiar with one purple-hued tiefling. And you know them to be Lucian, Damon's son.
God damn it.
Why do you look like that? You know them, don't you?
This is fucking Damon's son. If you're talking about a purple-hued tiefling, he's the only one around.
Pick up something close to me and throw it against the wall, and turn away from him and like slick my hair back like in a stressed out way.
How do you want me to deal with this? Because you're dealing with that down fucking there.
Yeah, you're not dealing with this alone either. I'll handle that. He just needs his medicine.
As the noises keep kind of like echoing up from down below, and I'm imagining also potentially getting like a little bit louder or more pronounced each time too. Like Honora's, I'm kind of just like, because I was sitting at a table specifically taunting you with the bell right before all this happened. So like I've gotten up and I'm kind of like not quite pacing, but like for anybody who's watching very closely, like kind of nervously, just kind of like meandering around back and forth between the tables and whatnot. And I have like a couple of dice that I'm kind of like, you know how people like roll a coin along their knuckles. Like I'm essentially doing that, but like with dice. And then like periodically, like I catch them, and they kind of like, you see like a glow come from my hand and then go away, and then like I go back to like rolling the dice, and then like I catch them again, and then like they kind of like my hand glows again, and then I'm just kind of like agitated, nervous, like kind of avoiding the conversation.
Yeah,
When's our end time?
it's right now.
So wouldn't it be cool if it ended with the dice spinning on the table, and then it doesn't, like Inception, it doesn't stop spinning.
But I would say, yeah, with the room cleared out and with the bookcase wall open currently, you would definitely be able to hear faintly like the moans kind of echoing from up the elevator shaft. And that's when you like kind of pause for a second with the dice like stationary in between a couple of your frog fingers and kind of look over, and the light flickers one more time, and that's what we'll pick up. We are not sure